Museveni returned this bill accusing Parliament of corruption. He said their Parliament is destroying and distorting his development agenda. The trouble is that many MPs don't read. Those who were cheering Museveni were doing so because they didn't have enough information. That's why I made only one submission. 770 billion reallocated. Nearly half of that money, 300 billion, is going to Rocco, a private company that has been mismanaged by its proprietary, but they are Museveni's friends. They didn't allow me to proceed to the next point. Because the next point, money was being moved from what Museveni calls debt servicing, and debt servicing there meant war of Binet. So these MPs who were cheering Museveni, oh, today he has them. See, they are moving money from buying ambulances, constructing schools, health facilities, to give to Luowa, money from workshops. So here it's entirely up to the public and those MPs who have been cheering Museveni. He has said MPs are thieves. Now the country must judge between Museveni and MPs.
Honorable members, honorable members, honorable members, please give counsel where to sit. Honorable members, can we have some silence? Fires, get out of there. You are not a minister. Honorable members, can I have some silence?
Thank you very much, Madam Speaker. I rose on a procedural point, and the procedure relates to the motion you are about to move. The motion for the appropriation bill we passed was moved by a Minister of Finance who was acting on the delegated powers of the President, and it turned out in the President's letter that the executive had not been consulted. So as you move the motion, can you guarantee to this House that you are now moving after consulting the executive, and what you are going to speak here represents the position of the executive, so that we do not do the same thing as in Sunday. Procedure, Honorable Speaker. But
honorable members, the Vice President of Republic, and they can confirm that the delegated powers Speaker, Madam Speaker and colleagues, I rise to make a clarification on the issue that the Member of Parliament who had just spoken, that microphone, Honorable Guzini. Thank Thank you very much, Right Honorable Speaker, for clarifying to me his correct name and constituency. But the idea here is that the matter before us is for all of us, because all of us are members of Parliament. I would like, Madam Speaker, to state that the way we are proceeding is extremely satisfactory, save for the threats which I'm receiving from the Honorable Panado. But in short, Madam Speaker,
we just want an
the motion
assurance.
which the Minister is going to present, Honorable Nganda, the motion which the Minister of Finance is going to present is a motion that is coming to this House in full view of the knowledge and also the satisfaction of His Excellency the President. Thank you, Madam Speaker.
Thank you, Right Honorable
Thank
Speaker.
you.
Right Honorable, amounting to shillings 72 trillion 136 billion and 4 billion million 253,000. Parliament under Article 152 and 156 consider the Appropriation Bill 2024 authorizing the Treasury to issue out the consolidated fund and apply towards the supply granted to the government for the service of the year ending 30 June 2025. The sum being Uganda shilling 34 trillion 756 billion 338 million and 622,000. Recognizing that the Appropriation Bill 2024 was in accordance with Article 91(2) of the Constitution of the Republic of Uganda, presented to His Excellency the President for assent, and the President, in accordance with Article 191, Part 2, Subsection C, refused to assent to the Appropriation Bill 2024 and returned the bill to this August House. Acknowledging that in his letter returning the bill, His Excellency the President expressed concern over reallocations made in the national budget estimates over the years and the effect of such a reallocation on altering government priorities, consequently causing a shift in government priorities. Can I be protected, Madam Speaker?
Please go ahead.
Considering that where the President refuses to assent to a bill and returns it under Article 91, Part 3 and C of the Constitution, Parliament may, in accordance with Article 91, Part 6 of the Constitution, reconsider the bill and return it to the President for assent. Further consideration that the national budget estimates contain both statutory expenditure and non-statutory expenditure, which then inform the contents of the appropriation bill and the reallocation in the national budget estimates for the financial year 2024-25 affected some votes under the statutory expenditure and some votes in the appropriation bill 2024. Aware that according to Article 156, Part 1 of our Constitution and Rule 152, Part 1 of the Rules of Procedure of our Parliament, the schedule to the appropriation bill must contain the allocation as Appropriation Bill 2024 as returned by His Excellency the President. Parliament should first year 2024-25 in order to ensure that votes under statutory expenditure affected by the reallocation are considered in the Committee of Supply.
By the whole front bench, by Max, by Isaac, by Nora, by Kavuma.
Names must be mentioned.
I did.
And if an ex-official stands supporting the motion, it becomes null and void because there is no right of voting here. We have a lot of challenges we must fight, but this one, let us not allow it. So, names mentioned, I am not seconding the motion. If I remain seated, I am not supporting the motion.
Is the motion seconded? Can you stand up, those who are seconding the motion? I have Kimosho, Orone, Ishagi,